All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here. Good to see everyone up in the side chat already popping in. Unfortunately, Alan cannot make it tonight. He has some things going on with the weather, and so he's dealing with a bunch of snow and stuck cars and so on and so forth. So, hope he's all right out there. Stay safe out there, brother, if you're listening. Gene, would you get us started off right, sir?
Yes, sir. I pledge I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Jamie, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just watching Dallas get their butt kicked at home by the Packers. Uh, Not that I'm an NFL fan, but I kind of like football, so you watch what you can. Big changes from last week in the football landscape. I don't know how many of y'all watch it, but I'm fixing to start working on some 350 Legend rounds, and I'm kind of excited. Maybe I'll show you those bullets here after a while. Thanks for having me, man.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I look forward to seeing some of that. Bo, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
You talking to me? You talking to me? Hey, thanks for having me on. Yeah, I've kind of quit posting stuff up there. Just trying to take care of things here on the home front and getting going with life. And I didn't shoot any deer, didn't shoot at no deer. I just sat there, watched them. I videoed a couple of them, and I passed on a lot. But it seems like Jamie is out there killing them, and CW is out there killing them. So at least somebody's getting it done. Let's have some fun tonight. Thank you.
All right, good to see you, man. Garage guy, what's going on, brother?
Uh, Not a whole lot. I've just been sticking around the house today. Thanks for the link. It's been a good while since I've been on your live stream here. Getting ready for some cold weather and snow this coming week.
Awesome, man. You always good to have you on. I always appreciate you.
Thank you.
Christian, what's going on, man?
Hey, not a whole lot. Appreciate you sending me an invite to come on tonight. Just kind of worked out for me. I might have to hop off for a few minutes to grab some grub when the wife gets it done. But yeah, happy to be here. Not a whole lot going on. Just getting back to work and stuff after the holidays. And being sick. I was sick for a few weeks there, and it was pretty rough. So everything kind of stopped and laid up in bed for a couple 2-3 days, and then had to roll back into work, working 12 to 15-hour days. So, but anyways, kind of feeling better and getting back to normal routine and whatnot.
Awesome, man. Glad you're feeling better. It starts going back to work, don't it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're still sick.
Yeah. Gene, what's happening your way, man?
Oh, not much. Just cold. Stayed inside all day. Did some reloading, brass processing. Man, just good to be here. Good to be alive. Good to be among like folk.
Awesome. Mark Thomas, what's going on, man? The beer champion himself.
Hey, yeah. And I got my challenge coin. Thanks so much, Scotsman.
Awesome, man. Good job.
I've been inside today, too, just trying to stay warm. We had some vicious winds, actually blew the power out for a little bit, but we're back up and running. My wife and son are up in Penn State College for a concert tonight, and I'm going to probably step off camera a little bit like Christian, have a little bit of dinner here in a second. I've been cooking up a pot of ham and bean soup, smoked ham hock, been smelling it all day. I can't wait to eat it. And I have been down in the shop most of the afternoon stitching, been putting together some holsters for my friend at the airsoft shop. We're working together, and he's been doing some laser etching on some holsters that he wants to sell through his shop. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is one of the ones that I built today.
Well, that is smooth.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Ozzy described it as cheating last night, and it kind of is. That's not the traditional leather carving and such, but boy, it does look nice. I have some other ones that I put some color on, a green. It's almost like my shirt. And I'm going to put a video together, but I'm going to clear it with him for sure before I put it up, as they're not mine for sale. They're his. But I might be able to do some in the future. He said he's willing to do some laser carving for me, so I might provide him with some blanks and put some things together, and then just have them on hand if people are interested. So it's been a busy day. My fingers are sore. I'm looking forward to just hanging out with you guys tonight and having a good chat.
Awesome, man. Good to have you.
Appreciate you.
I think it looks pretty cool, man. I know people always, it's not the traditional way of doing it, but that's still pretty cool.
It's always good to be a little innovative in things. And if you can market that way, hey man, grab it by the horns and go for a ride.
Well, he's got a table set up, actually multiple tables set up for the outdoor show, the big one up here at Harrisburg at the Farm Show Complex. And he's going to have a airsoft shooting gallery. He's going to have some stuff from his store there to sell, and he's going to put about a dozen of these holsters out. I'm going to be really busy stitching them up, but I think he's going to get a pretty good price for them, and not just for the airsoft people, but the real steel folks are going to be into it as well.
Well, I don't have a holster from my 44 mag with my logo on it.
We could make that happen.
I know this. It's a Ruger Red Hawk.
All right. So you guys won. I'm going to have Jamie shout everyone out since Alan's not here tonight. Type in the side chat Midas, and Jamie will call you out.
Heck yeah. Come on, I know there's more than Reloading from the Hot Pot out there who's on the panel and in the side chat. There we go, and now they're off the page. Wow. We got Christian Grest, who's on the panel and in the side chat as well. Lakeview Outdoors, Abigail Finnegan, Edward Petty, Trees of Blowing Videos. How you doing, Trees? Tactical Fud, Kyle, Vanessa Kitty. Hey, Miss Kitty. And Daniel God is my judge. He's on the panel as well. And that's all we got so far. I'm sure some more will come in a minute.
Awesome.
I should probably do the participants as well, like Alan does. But obviously, I'm no Alan B. Pro. But the participant list says we have Abigail Finnegan, Christian Grest, Daniel God is my judge, Edward Petty, Kyle, Lakeview Outdoors, Reloading from the Hot Pot, Trees of Blowing Videos, Tactical Fud, the Scottish American, Vanessa Kitty, but no JH586. What's going on here?
Where'd
Have
he
I not
go?
put a comment in the... Let me fix that right quick. Now let's check the participants. No different. Matter of fact, Mike of Mini Mikes is out there now. Other than that, some folks fell off. So you get timed out in the participants list. How does this work?
I don't know, man. It's YouTube.
And I won't be as crude as Alan, but to the YouTube auditor, hey,
Since Alan's not here, I'll fill in for him.
Did Mario pick up a job there working for YouTube?
Mario's,
probably.
he's supposed to be here. He hasn't shown up yet. He's supposed to be
No.
here.
No, that was about with Jamie's all, hey.
I know.
Yeah,
I got
okay. I don't know, man. You know, lately I just been sitting over here on the side chat and I just been having a blast, you know, picking on people and trolling again. I haven't been able to do that in a long time.
Hey, fellas, I got a really dumb question. If I want to share the stream on my channel, how do I do that? I see people do it, but I have no clue how to do it. Is there a special trick for that?
Well, first, Jamie, here. I'll do it for you.
Dang it, man.
I made a shirt. I made a design like that. Yeah, in your upper right hand corner of your page, you should say "Stream this to your audience."
Oh, yeah, it's up in big old blue thing right up on top there.
Yep.
Except for the guy who creates the stream has to turn it on before it goes live.
Oh, I have no idea how to do all that.
Outcast said it cost $99.99.
What, the shirt or to be able to do that?
Both. Because Abigail wants to buy that shirt. So it's $99.99.
I only made a couple of them. I gave Alan one, Scotsman's got one, and I got one.
Well, that's 3. There's a difference. A couple or 3.
Well, a couple's a few. Few.
Couples too.
Well, I made a couple few.
Any more than a couple starts out as menage a trois.
Yes, you live up north there, man. You don't know what a couple few is.
I'm up here where it's cold, man.
You northerners.
Better watch out. I'll spit down on you.
Oh, not my drink.
Mark's going to be collateral damage.
Here, catch.
Well, Christian,
Okay.
it must be working because I just got a notification that you're sending it.
Yeah, if that tells you how, I mean, I always wondered how to do it, but I'm not on a lot of live streams, so you know, I like to share stuff as much as I can. I just never ask the question, and there's the button sitting there, staring me in the face.
I wonder how it is up there with Don up there on TAB videos. How he's doing up there in that state up north. How cold is it?
His last video he posted, it looked pretty dang cold. He was out the range.
That just makes me feel like I'm not doing enough, you know. Here he is up there where it's really, really cold. This guy who's obviously older than I am out there shooting and doing it. 19. He's in a heat wave up there.
I want to go where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Fred
got
says-
double digits.
Oh, he got the snow up there though.
Oh, wow.
There you go, 15 inches. Yeah, he's got a little bit.
Yeah, did you see that post he did today? Out the back porch, off the railing going around the deck. I mean, it was deep.
Steve says it's 9 and dropping where he's at.
He's pretty close to Don. He's somewhere in the same area. I think he's third further up.
Mike of many Mikes, where are you from? If the Yankees are getting a blizzard, he must be from my part of the world.
See, that still gets me. All those folks down south calling us up here Yankees and stuff. My people came from the south. They came up here down to Carolina and all that there area and came up north, and now and all these northerners, snowbirds, all going down to south and Florida and everything, and they're claiming to be southerners. Not all of you now. Like Jamie, I know you've been down there a long time. Your family's down there. But it just seems the South has been inundated with northerners. I mean, that's why my family came up north, to get away from all the Yankees.
I kind of wish they'd stay up there, honestly.
Yeah.
North Carolina is it's booming here, especially my area. I mean, they're about out of farmland to mow down to put houses on. It's been kind of nuts the last few years for sure.
Well, my
Dang,
part of Virginia, a lot of people come down north and bought a lot of mountain property and moved down here. Really drove up the property values.
There's Tom out there, and Bama Dad can see you guys.
Bama Dad, that's not true.
I think he's
I
just
would
trying
I would never consider anybody from North Carolina a Yankee. And see, I really got a problem with what Daniel said because, he's tasted the good life in the South, moved north and stayed up there.
I didn't move. I grew up here. It's my grandmother and, my grandfather and all, they moved up here from the South. That's where all the jobs were.
It was. If you didn't own farmland, like Christian was saying, or if you didn't want to work in a cotton mill or a coal mine, then you moved up north and worked on cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. Tom, I thought you knew where I lived. I'm up here in Ohio, in the heart of it all.
No, you're more like the left shoulder, Daniel.
No, I'm right in the. I'm right in the center of it, man. Right where the heart is, up here in the chest. If you had Ohio drawn here on here, be right there.
Oh, you a bum shoulder, man. Come on.
Now you're down here.
I'm straight across from the heart.
Well, I joke about northern stuff, but like I said before, I spent 11 years in Ohio and some really good folk up there. So it's all some good jokes. It's those folks from the Northeast that I have problems with a lot of times. I don't mind them moving here, but it's when they bring their kind of views and some of their things are running from, they bring it down here and they cause us problems. So unfortunately, a lot of that's beyond repair at this point. In North Carolina, we're about to the point to go the way of Virginia. I mean, we're only one election away from having that happen here. Unfortunately, the only thing it's kind of saving it is a lot of the legislature is still Republican, but we're the representative congressman that we have here. I mean, he's from California and was what the heck was he? He was prosecuting attorney in Chicago. I mean, he had no business coming here and then running for Congress. I mean, but they voted him in, and he's the one representing us. So that's that Wiley Nichols. If y'all ever hear that name, he's a piece of work there.
We had that
That's how
Sherrod
it
Brown.
usually goes, man. They usually have no business being in politics, but they'll do some kind of job and then get themselves in there one way or another.
See, Sherrod Brown, he got elected to the Ohio, as far as the Senate, is it, Scotsman?
Yeah.
But he moved in from out of state, put up some pictures, did some mail outs where here he's wearing camouflage, holding a shotgun and a dead turkey. And he got elected because the previous senator, he's the one that allowed that whole Obamacare thing to go through. He turncoated on us. So, yeah, I hate rhinos. There should be some law where they can't just move into an area and run. They should at least live in the area 5 or 10 years before they can represent you.
Yeah,
How-
20 years.
Yeah, that's what Hillary Clinton did up in New York State. She moved in, got elected senator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, a lot of times too, these guys have dual residency, so they're in one state and another state. And so long as you're with it 6 months in each state, you can have a residence in that state.
The thing about Virginia, there's really only 3 big population centers, the DC suburbs, the Richmond area, and the Tidewater area, Hampton Roads. And whichever way they usually vote, it takes the rest of the state right down the drain with them,
Yeah, I lived in Virginia for about 8 years or so when I was in the Navy. My wife's from Norfolk, but her family's mostly from the western part of the state, Roanoke and Stanton area. So,
Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half south of Roanoke.
all right.
I'm 20 minutes that way, Tennessee. 20 minutes that way, North Carolina. I'm
Nice.
kind of like,
You're in the center of it all then.
I'm in the good part.
Yeah.
Those are some nice mountains up there to do some driving on.
Beautiful.
Around
Really
Roanoke, oh man, the Parkway, Cherahola.
And western North Carolina, you get around Boone, Asheville, Grandfather Mountain's beautiful.
Mhm.
Just the scenery is unreal. Same for East Tennessee.
Yeah, I've ridden my motorcycles for years all around those areas. Just taking off me and some buddies and headed down there and just rode the mountains. Stay down there for a week or so.
That's big time fun.
Oh, it's beautiful, Jamie. I broke my femur on the Cherahola. Crashed a motorcycle up there. That was interesting.
Where'd you get taken to, and what hospital did they take you to?
I just rode the bike back down to Robbinsville. Hit the local ER. Yeah, I just rode the bike back down, man. It was my right side, so I could still shift.
All right, so talking politics, since you brought it up, Christian. I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a couple different bills out there, but there's one from Elizabeth Warren and AOC to increase the wages for Congress by $100,000 a year. Because apparently they can't do their job with what they make now.
Aren't they the ones that's supposed to be able to get our budget and run the country without going into a deficit?
Right.
I think when they don't do that, I think they should not only forfeit their salary, but they should make up the difference of the budget shortfall out of their own pockets and not ours.
Well, now see, it's interesting how this came about because they stated in this that it's to stop them from taking money from other companies to influence them.
Right.
Like that's ever going to stop.
100,000, but they're donating to my fund of 5 million a year.
You know, the funny thing is that people that read that will believe that. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, and just like you were talking about earlier, you know, you got all these moving into from some of the big cities moving into more of the red states and changing it over and causing more issues there. I know Tennessee's gotten pretty bad.
So has Georgia. It's like you got people moving into Atlanta, Savannah, and right there in middle Georgia, Macon, and they all go blue. They're all liberal, and you get outside of those places, everybody else thinks basically like we do, and it's frustrating as crap, man. It really is.
Absolutely. I mean, I've said it for many, many years, but these people should be on minimum wage. They shouldn't be paid a salary. They should be minimum wage because they're supposed to be working for us.
Well, I also think the term limit thing is long overdue. But unfortunately, them folks up there, they're not going to vote themselves in term limits. That'll never happen.
Well, there's two different bills out for that, but they'll never go.
Shouldn't
Can't
be
we
a
have that
bill.
put on the ballot? If enough states put it on the ballot, the forced term limits.
There's a couple bills out there right now to try and do term limits, but I doubt they'll go anywhere.
So, Scotsman, what kind of stuff have you've been doing? Any reloading lately? Getting stocked up?
I did a little bit here, not this past week, the week before. Got another 40 rounds off at Willie's Press. So some more 45. Got to run those through the CZ, see how they do out the CZ. Out of the 1911, they weren't too bad. So we'll see how they do at the CZ, see if we can tighten those groups up a little bit. But other than that, I haven't done a whole lot as far as reloading. But took a minute to get that press set up, but finally got it going.
Hey, why don't you try this with that? If you want to get that group tightened up, you want to hear how you can get it tightened up really good? Just go like this. Go like this. Okay. Bring it down and I'll shoot it. I went and got a new one, and it's like just to try it. And I want to take me out of it because I actually want to see what the bullet is doing and how the gun is shooting. I set a step ladder off, and the old paint, the thing you put the paint can on when you're out there. I just leaned over it and held the steady and stuff. And at 10 yards, I made one hole out of 5 rounds, then backed it up another 5, shot it the same way. See, that way it took all my shaking and everything out of it. And it was like a 50-cent piece at 15 feet or 15 yards. But
We knew you meant inches, Daniel. It's okay.
We all know you walk up there with a pencil and just poke the paper.
well, I do what Fuzzy told me. You go walk up, you get one hole in the thing, and the rest of them you shoot over the top, and then just claim that one hole is all 5 of them. Back when I started making videos, I did one gag video. I actually did that, and nobody caught it. And I went and deleted it out and got rid of it. Oh man, Ball ain't gonna let that go. That I sent him a bunch of bullets that I went and sized way too small. It was only 50 rounds, Ball. Come on.
You two will be at it forever.
Yeah.
In the state of current events, he wants his 50 primers back, Daniel.
Okay, I got him. I'll send him. I'll send him some. Does he want them in the brass already? Because I got plenty of them.
I was going to say, you want to make sure it's prime brass.
Huh?
I was going to say, make sure it's prime brass. That way he's got the brass
Yeah,
too.
Prime brass. I got about, actually in 9mm, I got about 700 pieces of brass. It's all primed right now. That way I can ship it to him. No problem. That'd almost be worth it to get him to stop whining about that. But the next thing he would go is like, oh, what about my powder? That can't help you there. I'm going to have to pay hazmat on that.
Wear and tear on the firearm.
Have you ever seen that grand power he has?
Yeah, wear and tear, baby.
I mean, there was
Those were
already a lot of
expensive.
wear. There was already a lot of wear and tear on that gun.
Those are
That's what-
expensive and rare guns, man. Yeah, it's not like a CZ. You can't just walk in and buy one.
That kind of
How's,
bites.
how's that? How's that Shadow 2 compact doing for you?
Which one?
Well, both of them.
What does that tell you? They are both. I mean, oh my gosh, the first one I got is broke in. Then I take the new one out and shoot it, and you can definitely tell the difference between the triggers to a gun that's not broke in to how the one comes straight out from the factory. So I'm just shooting them away just to break in that other trigger. Got one for carrying and one for shooting competition. I love that gun. Colin Noor and some other YouTube started griping about they were getting negligent discharges because they were sending off unintentional double taps. I've shot over 2,500 rounds through both of them, and I haven't had none as far as unintentional discharges. So I just think those guys must have bad trigger control.
Well, we've talked about this before. You know, same thing with the TSO, the Shadow 2, the regular Shadow 2, and all of that. We always tell people when we put it in their hand, watch the trigger. It's a light trigger. Make sure you're ready.
The TSO is insane. I have had unintentional second round go off on the TSO.
That's why I sold mine.
Yep.
Too many just coming. It's like an old, Civil War black powder pistol, man. Just breathe on the trigger and that thing just goes off. It's crazy.
But the Shadow 2 compact, I mean, the trigger control it's there. You just got to be conscious. If you got a regular Shadow 2, you're not going to have any trouble whatsoever.
I never had a problem with the regular Shadow 2, just that TSO.
Yeah. My TSO's gone. I sold it, but I sold it to go get that my PCC.
I think I bought my Staccato with my TSO money.
Yeah.
I got more out of it. I actually sold it for more than I paid for it. I made a little bit of money off of it.
Yeah.
Always nice when you can at least make more if you can.
Yeah. Most guns out there, you just take a loss on, go to trade them in or sell them and you lose a bunch of money on them.
I've been lucky over the years. I've never taken a loss. I've always got at least what I've got into it out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, never take a gun into a gun store and trade it in or sell it to them. You're going to get 1/3 of your money back.
Well, Abigail out there, I've got enough plastic wonder guns. Not interested anymore.
All right, so Garage Guy did a video here not too long ago. His top 5 guns for handguns, and what is your guys' top handgun for the year for last year that you guys picked up?
Mine's got to be my 41 Magnum Blackhawk. That's that's tops for me.
My 44 Red Hawk. That'd be my number one that I picked up this last year. What about you, Christian?
What about you, Christian?
Well, I didn't buy a lot of pistols last year. I got 2 revolvers, both 629, 44 Magnums, 6.5 inch deluxe. And then right before the new year, I picked up that 629 Performance Center, the 2.5 inch or 2.6 inch, whatever the heck the barrel is on that thing. And they're both pretty dang nice. My wife got a pistol, the SIG P365 Rose deal or whatever. Basically the XL comp or whatever, kind of like the Spectre comp. I don't know. They got so many versions of that dang 365. It's hard to keep track of them, but that's a pretty nice pistol. But I definitely like my 44 Magnum revolvers I picked up. I'm real pleased with those things.
Nice. And Daniel, I'm guessing yours is a Shadow 2 compact.
No, actually, that's the number 2 gun. The gun that I got last year that I like the most is the JP5, and that's the one I used out there shooting PCC out there and get my feet wet shooting competition with. But this upcoming year, I want to take the Shadow 2 compact and I'm going to shoot that. And what would that be? Optics ready class? Gene? Anybody?
Yeah, carry optics.
Carry optics.
Now they've got one called enhanced optics. Have you read that? Have you got the email on that?
No.
Well, it's basically like limited optics where you can have a magwell, single action only magwell.
Oh.
It's put a magwell on it.
So shooting a 1911 with a magwell.
Yeah, staccato. But I'm running open this year.
Okay. Rob Painless.
Good
That's
to see you, man.
Yeah, that's a good dude.
Hope you're doing well out there, man. All right, so there's a very interesting bill out there, and I don't know if you guys have seen anything about it yet, but there's a bill that's been introduced basically to stop you from training and to stop us from having militias. And it is very, very vague in how they word this thing. It's only 9 pages long. So unlike all the other bills they try to put through, they'll actually probably read it. But it's only 9 pages, but it's very, very vague and basically pretty much covers almost everything that we do.
They like those vague bills, don't they? Seems like that's the name of the game there. The vaguer they can make it, the more they can make it what they want it to be.
And the more likely it is to stick.
Hillbilly.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for opening the back door, man. It's cold out there. Get in here where it's a little warmer. Howdy, everybody. Hope everybody's staying warm and doing good.
Hey, Hillbilly. So I think Daniel missed the point of the question, and since you're here, well, we done moved on from that, haven't we? We're talking about a bill to limit our training. I think how does this crap get passed? Is what I say that, but then again, I know it's all about power. The more vague they can make these bills, the more power they can grab up for themselves.
They get these things passed by somebody that grew up and lived in one state, gets a name, gets a family name and whatever, then goes to New York and gets elected to Congress. We were talking about that earlier. So, I mean, they're just pumping them, these liberals out like a factory in certain cities, and then they're going out there and taking over our government by moving in. Someone from Georgia goes to Washington to get an open Congress seat. Somebody from the East Coast goes to Ohio and picks up a Senate seat. I mean, that, and then they start pushing this crap through because they want to control us. They don't want to run the company, the country, and govern take care of running the country. They just want to get rich, get 100, put up a thing where they want to get a pay raise of 100,000 a year to supposedly offset the millions they're getting from big companies.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Some of these times, some of these bills get covered up and stuck in with other bills too. So when people go to vote, there's one headline bill and they don't know what all else is in with it, too, sometimes. So
Like Les said, this is the second time it's been introduced. So they always change the name of it, throw something else with it, mix it all up. Whatever they can do to try and get it through. We got a few people out there in the comments from Christian side. We got Turning Guns. Appreciate you out there. And there was another one earlier. Trying to see if I scroll back, I'll find them. His name. Maybe. Shooting the Shit podcast. Good to see you out there. Appreciate you guys. Yep, that's basically what happens, man.
and kind of to talk what Daniel's talking about. I mean, there are rich and powerful people and maybe in families, and that's their entire agenda in life is to, is politics, and, the way is like, some of us is like, hey, you're going to your mom or dad's college or whatever, or hoping that they do and stuff. I mean, kind of a line of planned out for them. Well, sometimes the only reason I'm saying this because I know somebody that's that way. Everybody in his entire family, from his grandfather down, is in politics of some sort. The entire family, and that's what they're taught, and their goal is, when they get a certain age, that's what they're gearing for.
Right. Rob's out there and says he's late and kind of wasn't sure if we've mentioned about the post office. So a judge did rule that it was unconstitutional for you not to be allowed to carry in a post office based off of the Bruin case in New York. This all came about because someone got in trouble for carrying in the post office. They still have other charges pending, but this charge was dropped against them for carrying in the post office itself because it was ruled unconstitutional.
Yeah, he was a driver, and he got caught carrying it, and he fled from the authorities. So they're trying to make those charges stick, but they took away the carrying in the post office, and the judge ruled that it was unconstitutional, that shouldn't be. Which it shouldn't.
Now, by the police pursuing him for that first charge of carrying, cause them to go in the chase that they're trying to prosecute that individual now. Well, those should be thrown out because that wouldn't have happened because they was coming after him that was ruled, but they were being unconstitutional in the first place.
It probably will end up that way. It's just going to be a battle for him, I'm sure.
It's New York.
Now, if his lawyer didn't get his license off the internet, he's got a chance.
Whatever happened to God? What was his name? He got charged with something last year. CRS, I believe, firearms.
Yeah,
Selling a card or something.
he's in
Yeah,
prison.
he's facing some good jail time.
Yeah.
Lightning Link. It was a
I forget how many years he's got, but he got. They went ahead and charged him for it. He's facing some good jail time.
Yeah.
it was a credit card size piece of metal that was etched, just like, you know, my coin, my holster, that if you cut it out on the lines, it could be inserted into an AR and that would give you full auto capability. The ATF tried to do it. They cut out, I think they had 5 of them. They cut out 4 of them and they couldn't make them work. The 5th one, they finally got it to shoot like a 3-round burst, and that's what they charged him with. It's a bullshit charge. Hopefully they'll get that overturned at some point, but at this point he's sitting in jail.
He's trying to appeal it, but we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, a lot of these ones they try to make stick are all usually BS. Can't get you on one, they try to get you on another.
Yeah, they only ever got Capone on tax evasion. Even if it was illegal money, the government still wanted their share. Fuckers.
So another interesting thing came up that I heard about was, and it's not here, but it could end up happening here, was Toronto, Canada plans on raising the house taxes 16.5% in order to pay for, wait for it, the pandemic and immigration.
Our property tax down here already went up. I knew that was going to happen because the dollar isn't worth as much. So they got to collect more money in.
Right. Rob, you're not alone, man. You know, I've said it many times before. It's all about how you carry, where you carry, and they don't know. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When they put those, can't carry signs up in the door out front, they really mean nothing. The best they can do is, or the best they can hope for, is to trespass you.
Well, the thing with it is okay, you're going to put a sign up. Now I'm walking in here. What are they doing to protect me? Nothing. So you cannot tell me I'm not allowed to protect myself, period.
That's what the sign was for.
When that signs first started coming out and they put them in those businesses, I go up to, where's the owner? And I talk to him. I say, dude, this is Ohio. Really, why do you got that no firearms allowed sign in your window? 4 out of 5 times, the answer was, the guy said, I don't care if you bring one in, but my insurance company required it or they would not cover me. I said, are you looking for a new insurance company? Because I'm looking for a new place to do business at.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if a place of no guns allowed, in my opinion, should have armed security, not a security person with a nightstick that's not allowed to carry a firearm or something, you know. Or at least a pile of rocks you can throw at somebody or something.
They've got signs up in front of every school in the country that says no guns, and that sure as hell ain't fucking working.
Just carry a katana. I've never seen a no katana sign. I've never seen a no sharp pointy thing sign. So yeah, a nice katana.
Come to think of it, if you look at those signs, they're all Beretta 92s. So if you got 1911s or revolvers, carry on.
There ain't no high points on them signs.
I was gonna say it is a Beretta right there, so Jamie's not wrong.
I think I'd love to carry one of each to work every day.
Well, in Ohio, the teachers are allowed to carry. They go out and they qualify, and the teachers. That's one reason. Knock on wood, we haven't had a school shooting in Ohio, as far as mass shootings go, because the teachers here are allowed to carry. You try that crap here, someone's going to shoot you.
You know,
it should be.
It's funny you say that, Daniel, because my friend Jenny, she's the leader of the teachers group that carry in her Christian high school.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that takes them out to the range and helps them with training. And her husband, Bill, is head of security at his church. It's a huge church, huge. So, yeah, don't mess with Jenny. She will shoot you.
Mm-hmm. But it's usually the conservative, the person that's got the conservative mindset that is a teacher that carries in the school. So who is the administration trying to get rid of and get in trouble and fire? It's those watchdog shepherd types that have conservative values. They're not afraid to step up to protect their students. I've seen this here because a guy on our church security team, he's a history teacher at one of the schools down here, and they've been on him to try to get him fired for years, and the lawyers have already told the school, he sues you, he's going to win. You know, and they don't care because it's the tax dollars money that's going to end up paying for it. It's not coming out of their pocket.
Val's got a good point about armed security guards at banks. When did they ever stop a robbery? They just become the first victim. I mean, seriously. Watch all them cowboy movies, I'll tell you. They're the first ones gunned down.
Well, our buddy Bubba, you know, he's a security guard at a major company that we all probably order stuff online every day from. And none of them are allowed to carry any firearm or anything, pepper spray, nothing. They're just a body is all they are. I just feel that's dangerous for those people, you know.
Turning guns out there so you don't see all the comments. If you're over on Christian side, you might not see all the comments. You'd have to come over on this side to see all the comments. We are not on Rumble at the moment, but it may be something we can look into.
Christian, most usually what I do is I copy, like here would be copy the share like Scotsman's YouTube channel, copy that link. I put it in my side chat and pin it at the top. And then that way people have access to click it to get to the main chat. It seems to help them a little bit.
Good point. I'll do that. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that way I can see who's coming up on his channel so I can pick on them too. I have a blast in the side chat.
It's the first time someone's been streaming this as well, so I appreciate Christian doing that, and then I appreciate you guys jumping in on his side as well. So
Yeah, I see you got your share stream up. Yeah, that's where we started. I can share it. Where we started though. Yeah, you're right out there, Bama Dad.
So results came out for Ohio as far as constitutional carry for the last year and a half or so, I believe it is now. And imagine that. Shootings went down by almost 5%. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Including the major liberal cities of Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. Now, Cincinnati still had the highest number, and they're hoping that that'll get lower this coming year, but they still had pretty high numbers. But I mean, it's Cincinnati, so not really surprised there.
Well, Scotsman, I screwed up. I went to go purchase that other gun a few weeks ago, and they come back and say, "Dude, your concealed carry is expired last August." It's like crap. I got to do the training and all this. Then I don't want to spend money. I called the sheriff department up here, and not only is it free because I'm a veteran and I live in Ohio, but since this whole constitutional carry thing came up, they're just going to run a police check and issue me right there on the spot a renewed one so I can have the reciprocity in the other states.
Generally, they give you 90 days anyway.
I'm only 6-7 months over.
You're a few.
That's pretty nice, Daniel.
Yeah.
When I moved, I just went ahead and went, because changed my address on mine. And I went up there and the lady's like, well, it needs renewed in like about 6 months. And I said, yeah, I'll be back. She said, oh no, we'll just do it now. Just fill out the paperwork. And she said, yeah, you'll be good. And I think it was 4 or 5 days later, it showed up in the mail.
Nice.
They were really nice here where I live. I was very surprised. And to answer Abigail, well, Abigail, here in Ohio, if you have a concealed carry permit, you can just walk in, fill out your form, cash and carry, and go home with your new firearm.
Yeah.
There's no wait period except for the checkout time.
Yeah, here in Virginia, if you have a concealed carry permit, you can buy more than one handgun every 30 days.
I think they limit 3 at each purchase.
Where?
In Ohio, here in Ohio.
When did that start?
It's been for a while. You can put 3 on a form.
That's got to be very recent then. Huh.
I put 3 on a form.
Sorry, I was reading the side chat. What are you talking about?
How many guns you're allowed to put on one check?
Oh, you can put as many as you want.
Well,
The only difference is if you're doing handguns. If you buy more than one handgun in a 5-day period, then it has to be sent over to the sheriff's office and so on and so forth. But you can buy as many as you want. All they do is they put an addendum form with that form if you have multiple that go past the actual 4473 number. 4473, you can fit 5. And past that, they have an addendum form that goes on the back of it that gets stapled to the back of it.
But who knows? They changed that form how many times here in the last year?
Oh, they've changed it a bunch. But they have never changed the addendum process. You can always put that on the back of it and buy as many as you want. They may have changed how many boxes that are on the form itself to start off with.
You can check off you're a he, a she, or binary on that form. But my goodness, don't cross a T or dot an I. That company's going to lose their livelihood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw a comment from Turning Gun saying that he was banned over here. Dude, I'm not sure. I've never seen you, so I'm not sure how you'd be banned over here, but I will check into that and see if I can find out what's going on there. But yeah, I'm not sure, buddy.
Who was banned? Turning Guns?
Turning Guns. He's over on Christian side, but I don't remember seeing him anywhere before, so I'll have to go look and see if I can find out what's going on there. I'll take a look at it, bud.
We can blame it on Alan. He's not here.
That's right. It's Al Allen's fault.
Darn Alan.
He's a rascal. Gotta watch him. Now he Turning Guns is he's not showing up on my cell phone on the chat, but he's showing up on the side chat on StreamYard.
Right, because he's over on Christian side.
Okay.
But I guess he tried to type over here and it didn't show up. So I'm gonna go check and see if I can find out what's going on over there.
I guess it's up to us four to keep this chat going while they're all out. Hey, where's Hot Shot at? I haven't seen her on the side chat. You got her locked up?
She's watching a movie.
She's watching a chick flick.
No, she's probably watching some battle flick.
Gene's got her out splitting wood at the woodshed.
Hillbilly. That was private. She was bad today. Had to send her outside.
You come in when you get that wreck done, sweetie.
Was she complaining, saying it was too cold in the house this morning? She got her splitting wood.
Yep. Teach her to whine. Shouldn't whine. Just deal with it, life.
Why does that Dwayne keep retracting his messages?
Well, I don't know if it's him or a bot. I
think he made some typos and he was just deleting the whole thing,
trying to fix it.
So the typo wasn't in there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to watch a movie tonight after the chat. I've been hankering to watch The Shootist, John Wayne's last film.
Oh, yeah.
Shootist is a good one, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Well, the other night, my wife, she went to bed. I was still sitting in there, and it was about midnight. And I was fixing to head to bed myself, and a deal popped up that Joe Kidd was on, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
So I just had to click on it. Like, I'll watch a little bit of this. I ended up watching the whole movie before I went to bed.
You just better hope that Disney doesn't buy the rights to all those old good Westerns and Dirty Harry music or Dirty Harry movies. Because you know what they'll do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go grab another beverage. Turning Guns, you should be good, buddy.
I think my favorite part in Joe Kidd is when he pulls that Savage 99 out and plugs that guy from like 400 yards.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think when he shot, like he's surprised that it even hit him, you know. That guy sure was surprised he got shot. There's no doubt about that.
Buzz, Midway's a good one too, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Bama Dad got every John Wayne movie he ever made. I bet that filled up a terabyte hard drive or 2 or 3.
Oh man. I love watching like John Wayne, like his very first movies, how they fast forward the horses. Look them like, come running in, yeah, and then they'll get off and you'll see them walking real quick,
Then go that slow thing.
That's 'cause
Up to the halfway point when I was in the Navy, when he always had the sailor of the quarter, the sail of the year board, that used to be one of the questions we'd have to go to a board. And one of the questions we'd get, you had to name 3 movies where John Wayne died in.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just put it out there. I don't know if you're asking, but I mean, in this, all of his movies are great, but the Cowboys, that's something I enjoyed as a youngster for sure.
well, there's 2 of them right there, Cowboys and The Shootist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or is there a third?
Oh, yeah. Stanza Iwo Jima. There's more than 3. You just
Yeah.
had to name 3. When he was Sergeant, Decker or Sergeant Decker or whatever, the Stanza Iwo Jima.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't die in True Grit. I don't think he did.
John Wayne still holds the record for being in the most movies.
Who does?
John Wayne still holds the record for being in the most movies.
Oh, he was an
And-
institution.
Can anybody name the lever actions that he had in True Grit when he had the reins in his mouth and willing those levers?
Arm your fist, you son of
It
Fill
had the
your
big-
hand, you.
It was the big looped lever too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now,
And they
Tommy
actually
Guns is
made-
true American.
You could buy those rifles in a box that was basically, I can't remember how it named, but it was John Wayne something. And the one that my buddy's dad has, it's actually a 30-30, but it's the box, everything has John Wayne on it, and everything. Beautiful gun. He had never even shot it.
Somebody let Fuzzy know that was called the Fighting Seabees.
And you don't spell it CBS, Fuzz.
Well, it's Fuzz, and he's back to all capital letters. I was kind of surprised at a few of his comments earlier. He wasn't in capitals. It's pretty surprising.
Now, the debate about in True Grit, John Wayne's character dying, in the original film that he was in, he didn't. But in the book and in the remake that they had, who was that? Jeff
Bridges.
Bridges. At the end, whenever Maddie goes back to see him, he's passed away. So that one's kind of iffy. Depends on what version you're watching.
There's only one version. That's the original.
Well, I agree. And the original book, if you've never read it was fantastic. They even took a couple of liberties with that original movie on that one, but the book is great by Portis, Portis.
There's Bernie Sanchez. There's my brother CW.
Christian Guest, he must be eating dinner right now.
Yeah, he stepped out for a minute.
Yeah,
I
he'll
put
be
my
back.
camera off and ate 2 bowls of bean soup.
Garage Guy, what are you going to do this year shooting wise?
Well, I guess I'll just keep doing what I've been doing. It seems to work out pretty well for me. I'm going to try to get more into long guns. I've done handguns, revolvers, semi-autos for so many years now. Like to try and up my game a little bit, start out with rim fires and work my way up.
You get what, 22 long rifle and just
Yeah, start with something, some plinkers. I'm thinking about Henry, and then maybe moving on up to, I don't know, some long range shooting, something with a 17 HMR. That's something I'd like to try out. I know a few people around here that have them, and they really enjoy them. And probably go on up to some of the old calibers, 30-30, 30 out of 6. Just depends on what's available out there right now.
Yeah, Garage Guy, I'd like to see some more videos of that gallery rifle you got. That's sweet.
Well, I got it and the lever version.
Mhm.
I enjoy both of them.
Oh man,
think-
I bet you do.
Yeah, I think the lever is a little more accurate, but that just might be me. 22 LR, man, I love it. As a matter of fact, I was browsing on Bud's website yesterday evening, and they don't advertise flash sales, but I run across a Walther PPQ M2 Chamberton 22 LR, about the same exact thing as the centerfire models, and they usually run about 360 and up. Well, I come across one that was 269, so
Nice.
I couldn't say no to that. Plus, I also have a Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact I just bought right after the holiday here a couple of weeks ago, and I need to get that out and shoot it, but with the weather coming in here this week, I'm not going to be able to do any fun stuff outside.
Oh, Scotsman, you mind if I make a public announcement?
Go right
Now,
ahead,
buddy.
buddy. Go right ahead.
So, our good buddy Gizzard Gary, he was put up to a challenge Friday night by his panel. He was just barely over 100 subs from hitting 3,000, and they put up the deal. If he gets 3,000 subs before SHOT Show, he has to buy a deal of Just for Men Jet Black, do a video on it, and dye his beard and everything jet black for SHOT Show. So it would be pretty funny. So if you guys are not subbed to Gizzard Gary, get up over and give him a sub. I'd love to see that, man. That's going to be hilarious.
Absolutely.
And actually, Foss, let me pull this up. Foss actually did a picture that what he thought Gizzard would look like.
Go, buddy,
here.
look up.
Get that to zoom in. Come on, focus. There it is.
There you go.
Del Castro, man.
He looks
Yeah.
like Mike Strike.
Nice.
That's freaking Night Strike right there.
Yeah, that's what they're saying the other night, that they like, he looked like Night Strike. So let me pull his link up and I'll share it.
Oh yeah, we got to make that happen.
Mark, you.
Yo,
So what you got coming up on weather breaks, or what you got shooting or making holster wise that you're going to be do your thing?
well, I've got the laser engraved holsters coming up. Do something with those. I have been doing a little bit of tinkering, loading for the 45 Colt, that new one I got for Christmas. I did just some, loading on the cheap videos, showing people the Lee loader and the hand press. I still need to do one more on the single stage, the Challenger press. But I don't have any big plans. Don't have anything too new to shoot. And I don't really even have anything on the radar that I really want to pick up, other than maybe another 44 revolver, maybe a 44 special snubby.
Cool.
Talking to Snubbies, Lion Quest Fitness did a really good video on Snubbies earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those, I don't think it was a snubby, though. He got from Mr. Holster, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you got one from Mr. Holster. It was a gift from him. I believe that one was a 4-inch, I believe.
Yeah.
That's another fellow I definitely want to meet someday, shake his hand, and sit and talk guns for a few hours.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to Greg many times on the phone, and it's always a good conversation, man. Edward said it's 3-inch. All right, so 3-inch. I knew it wasn't quite a snubby. I knew it was bigger than the snubby. It was a 3-inch. Yeah, I know before he passed, he gave a few away and let people have some. So.
I'm sorry I missed him. I at least got to know Willie for a couple of weeks, but that was about the time I came on the scene, and that was it. Didn't get to know Midas. And
Yeah, you'd have liked Mr. Holster, man. He'd have liked you too. He probably would have had a lot of holsters from you as well.
Mr. Holster is one of the first dozen channels I started watching when I got into YouTube, and I'd sit back and just laugh, man. He cracked me up. I mean, every time he said anything, it was just kept me on the edge, waiting for what he was going to say next.
His video describing this podcast right here, man, that was a zinger. Oh, I still enjoy that. First words out of his mouth was, "For those of you that seen foreign and domestic," and then he gets this real serious look on his face. "I'm sorry."
That's 2 hours and 15 minutes of your life we'll never get back.
That's right. Some of the unboxings he did was hilarious too.
I like that the holster I have of his, I found the video where he's wearing it as a cross draw, shooting the 45 Single Action Army 45 Colt, the same one the same one I have. Absolutely insane. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I'll be right back, fellas. There you go. Throw some more wood on the fire.
Wait, don't he live down there on the bayou? What's he need to go throw wood on the fire for? They're having a heat wave.
Nah, he's out there in the Ozarks.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Ozarks.
Missouri.
Yeah,
Missouri.
I'm in. I had to come back and sit down. I'm in Southwest Missouri. The mountains, just about 6 miles from Arkansas.
Oh, I thought he was down there gator wrestling down there in Louisiana.
No,
Southwest Missouri next to Arkansas.
yeah. Well, you guys probably heard of maybe Branson, Missouri.
Been to Springfield.
Yeah. Well, we're south Springfield, about an hour, a little over an hour, and about 35 minutes southwest of Branson.
You know, you're not far from the Emperor.
From where?
The Emperor, Tim.
Oh, yeah, Tim, yeah.
Yeah, I went when I was out there. I took my CDL school out there at Prime. While I was out there, Tim come and picked me up. We went to barbecue, went to Bass Pro. And hung out for a while. It was really cool.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, I did my basic training in AIT, Missouri there, Leonard Wood.
Yeah. Leonard Wood, yep.
Yeah, we
Well, there's
appreciate you, man. Sorry, I didn't see you jump in, man. Good to see you out there.
They got an army base out there?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I think the nearest big town was called Rolla.
Yeah. Yeah, Rolla's by there. Matter of fact, Ozzy says when he's retiring, he's moving down this way from Illinois. And yeah, there's really, I mean, just to my south, you got Tactical Fud, Ghost Tactical, and others. There's Tim S. around me, Gun Snob, and a few of them there in Oklahoma. Gizzy Gary and some of them just right up here in Kansas, Milsurp Duo, he's north of me up there by Kansas City. I mean, there's a lot of us around this area, general area. So
Edward Patty brought up a good topic out there. What got you guys kind of on the game of YouTube? Like for me, watching Mr. Holster and others, that was through Batjack JW and stuff like that, folks like that. What were some of the first folks you guys were watching?
Well, I kind of found the 2A community here on YouTube by accident. You know how you'll be watching a video, the main part of the screen, and then on the side you'll have related videos. And there's always going to be one video that has nothing to do with what you're watching. And turned out to be a Hickok 45 video. He was doing something. I think it might have been a Glock 23. And but anyway, I watched that, and then I saw all the others, and the first channel I subscribed to on YouTube was gunblast.com, Jeff Quinn. And then I was hooked after that. The Firearm Guy, that's how I found him, subscribed to him. He was about the second or third one. And that'd be almost 12 years ago.
Yeah, I was laid up in bed during that time, back in 2016. And so like I found Step One Survival, and then from there I found TR Prepper. Somewhere along that, Scotsman came along, and I was just trolling people in the side chat during that time and finally, some guys called me out, and I went and made a video from Chuck. Remember Chuck there, Scotsman? And I'm
Yep.
drawing a break for it.
I still got his number. He doesn't really talk a whole lot, but I still got his number.
But yeah, I put up with that, and then it was like Pop's Quest, and it just, I was basically on the side chat just trolling these guys. Then Chuck finally got me to go out there and made a video, and I didn't show my face for about the first 10 or so of them. I just get on there and just start making VR's responses back and just talking smack, but and having a good time at it. And the next thing I knew, Rob went and had me. I was on one of those live chats, and Rob couldn't believe that I would even want to come around because they thought I was some kind of liberal kind of guy. It's like, no, far from it.
There was one channel I really liked, and I miss seeing it. My Hollow Point, fella down in Louisiana, and he had shaky hands, but he still made pretty decent videos. And there's this other fella, Ebomi, and he always gave him a rough time. My Hollow Point was shooting at a toilet seat, and had the lid down. After he filled it full of holes, he went down and flipped the lid up, and there was a picture of Ebomi in there.
I remember that.
Yeah.
For me, it was Fortune Cookie 45 LC, Elvis Samo. First, Bold and Curious. That's the first person I actually interacted with. And from there, Scotsman, Daniel, Jamie, a few others of our crew. Who else, man? Yeah, the firearm guy for sure. Hickok 45, naturally. And it's just fed on from there. Thousands and thousands later,
I watched a bunch of stuff for school history videos and some camping and outdoors and hunting stuff for probably 2 or 3 years before I ever thought about getting involved and starting to make videos. I started my channel just so that we could show family back in Western Pennsylvania what we were doing, hiking or kayaking or fishing or whatever. And I think one of the first videos I put up was of the little Heritage barkeep that I got. I changed it out and put the bird's head grip on it. And Rob Hamilton noticed that one, and he kind of helped support me a little bit. And then I showed a holster that I made for it, and again, more support and saying, hey, you ought to think about making these and offering them out. And then I think I got involved with with Greg from Line Quest Fitness. I offered him to make a holster, and I think that's how I met you, Scotsman. And Scotsman got me involved here with the Georgia Shooting Connection, and just been snowballing ever since.
I think the funnest, like last year and stuff, with Hot Pot there and Chris and stuff. We were getting together once a month down at these shoots around here in Ohio and having fun. But it's just, and the year before that, Scotsman was down here like every other week, or we were on hitting the road and going somewhere, meeting other folks. We got to go down there to Georgia, meet a whole bunch of that. There were some really good people down there.
What about you, Christian?
Yeah, I mean, I actually had a YouTube channel for quite a few years for personal reasons. Did a lot of car stuff, car cruises, and I would take videos and pictures and stuff like that. I really kind of got in the public YouTube stuff a little bit by accident. I mean, back in the day, I watched some of the big name Hickok 45 and Military Arms Channel and Mr. Guns and Gear, and he's actually local to me. I've met with him numerous times in person. I was doing photography stuff a little bit and doing a little bit of stuff, kind of dabbling with Brownell some. And I was like, well, heck, I'll try to do some videos. And if you look back in my early public videos, they kind of suck. But, we all started somewhere. But I just kind of enjoyed it. And I enjoyed, meeting other folks and communicating and learning from others. And, so here I am still doing it. And, I always say, as long as I'm still having a good time and having fun and stuff, I'll keep doing it. But yeah, so I think my channel's been public for, I don't know, 6 years or something like that. I don't know. It's 2017 or 2018, I think, somewhere around there.
Right. And I never thought I'd be doing this, man. Heck, we've been on here freaking 8 years, something like that. Freaking nuts.
Has it been that long, Scotsman?
Yeah, man. The first year I was on here, I didn't even know people were commenting in videos. I didn't get any notifications on my phone. I never had a laptop then. I didn't get nothing. And then when I moved back to Ohio in 2016, that's when I got a laptop, and all these notifications just, blew my computer up. So I'm going back through trying to respond to everybody for a freaking year of comments.
Didn't I actually meet you off TR Preppers live streaming?
Would have been TR or Rich. Those were the first two I jumped on with, was TR and Rich.
Yeah, me too. And I just had some comments back and forth with Roger on Facebook. I see him on there all the time. But yeah, he actually he gifted the show over. That's right.
Yeah, it was. I was on with Rich first for probably, I don't know. I think I jumped on with Rich probably 2 or 3 times. Then I did one with KB32. We did a special one for CMAX, and then TR started having me on. And then, it's probably end of 2016, into 2017, somewhere in there, that TR said he wasn't going to do Sundays anymore. And I threw it out there. Well, hey, I'd be happy to take it over if you want to do it. And he's like, absolutely, just keep the same name. I'm like, it's fine. So, we've been doing it for a long time now. We don't always make every week with things, life happens. We don't always make every week, but we try to.
It's always good being here with you, brother. I kind of feel like I've been, I've kind of been there since the beginning of it. And it still feels same getting on today as it did the first time.
Yeah. It's always a good time, man.
First live stream I was on was with Scotsman New Year's 2 years ago. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I couldn't figure out anything. Side chat, when to mute, when to not mute.
That's all right, man. Hey, when I and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of folks. When I first started doing this stuff, and the first live stream I got on, dude, you should have seen how freaking red my face was. Like, dude, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
It could have been any worse than my first one. I was muted.
First one, 5th one, 9th one, 10th one.
Yeah,
45th one.
and many since then.
TR Bald and Curious is asking about TR. TR is still all right. TR got a promotion Well, he got a different job, then he got a promotion. And he pops up here and there, but you don't see him very often. But as far as I know, he's still doing good. He's on a day shift job instead of I think he was second shift before. He's on a day shift job now, but he's a supervisor manager now.
Well, Scotsman, the first live stream I was ever on was with you, and I believe his name was Josh or Jason Benware.
Josh Benware, yeah.
Yeah, and it was the night before Thanksgiving about 3 or 4 years ago, and yeah, I remember that pretty well. Had a good time on there.
If y'all don't mind Facebook, I'm on there just to interact with some few select people. But Roger's sister passed away 4 days ago, so he posted on there. He's a little down about it naturally, you know. So if you are friends with him on Facebook, I sent my condolences already. If you are sending some condolences, he could
I'll
probably
shoot him
really,
a text tomorrow.
yeah, he could probably really use the support right now from brothers.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a message tomorrow.
I'm not trying to tell his business, okay, but you know he is a brother. So.
Right.
Bama Dad, you're asking about Elvis Ammo. He was on a chat a couple months back. He's doing fine. He's got himself a new property, a new farm, and he's been pretty busy with that. He just hasn't been making any videos.
Like CW said, and he found a woman.
Well, that'll do it.
Are you talking about Scotsman? You found a woman?
They're talking about Elvis.
Elvis. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on the phone. I missed the last 5 minutes.
Scotsman didn't find a woman found him.
Man, I feel his pain, man. Okay. Completely. Wasn't looking at all.
Daggone it, I got a beagle knocking at my door. I got to go answer it.
Come on.
Yeah, done with that. I'm sure he'll be back at some point.
Last thing Elvis Ammo posted on any media was early last year.
Yes, we did, Steve.
I found Steve through eBomi, and then through Steve, I came across a whole bunch of others. Man, and then, you know, I got blasted with a whole bunch of extra stuff there as well. You know, a whole bunch of fire starters and all kinds of stuff. Got Nathan 4071, make some awesome stuff. No, there you go. He's stalking you, man.
Bama Dad Squatch is doing the videos he is putting out are mostly 4-wheeler stuff with his kids.
He did one Dylan video here a while back, probably about a month ago, maybe. He did a Dylan video, but that's about the only reloading one he's done. Majority of it's all been majority of it all has been ATV stuff. But I know he's staying pretty dang busy too.
Yeah, when your kids get to be teenagers, yeah, that sucks up all your time.
Yeah.
So
My-
I only got on YouTube to learn how to reload. So
And then you taught the rest of us.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you did.
You taught us a bunch, man. You know, that's the funny thing. You know, when I first got on here, I never even thought about reloading, and I stumbled across C-Max. I don't even remember how, and started watching a bunch of his videos, and then he got sick, and then it just kind of went from there. And then he convinced me to start reloading, and yeah, now I got so much crap I don't even know what to do with it all.
Yeah, C-Max was. I'd started watching his stuff and started interacting a little bit with him about 6 months. I mean, he was sick by the time I found him, and then come to find out after he passed, he lives about 120 miles from me, and I could have whipped down there in a couple of 2.5, 3 hours and visited and all that. And, one of my great regrets in life that I didn't get to know him better, particularly because he was such a good reloader and such a good dude, and right here close by, you know. And of course, by the time I figured out who he was. He couldn't have traveled, so it wouldn't have been him meeting me halfway or anything like that. I'd have had to go down there. That's one of my great misses.
Yeah, he's probably about 2.5 hours or so from you.
Yeah. If
I
that,
can tell you the traffic going that way was horrible.
yeah. At certain times of the day, when you get south of me, it gets pretty thick pretty quick.
Yeah, it was. I almost missed the funeral. But I got there just in time.
We've lost so many in our community. But you know, it was a pleasure knowing them, seeing them, watching their videos, interacting with them. That's the important part. You know, taking away the positive with interactions with them.
Yeah, interaction and keeping their memory alive, man.
Yeah. You know, every time I pull the handle of my press, you know, there's a couple dozen that have passed away or getting there that, you know, help me pull that press.
Absolutely. And like with C-Max, man, I'm blessed to have. I don't even know how many thousands of pieces of brass from C-Max. You know, when I went out there and was helping his wife and stuff, trying to take care of some stuff, she basically let me take all the brass and all the rest of it. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff. There's no way in hell I could all fit it all in my truck, but she basically gave me all the brass and stuff. And it was a heck of a lot of brass. And I didn't even get through to sorting it till last year, honestly. That's how much there was. Like, literally, I didn't get through sorting it until last year. And then some of that stuff, like some of the 45, I've been finding. I'm gonna have to ream out the primer pockets. They got a little extra edge inside them.
Mark Thomas,
Yes, sir.
you see Ozzy's comment to me? Asked me if the Lee hand loaders are any good. I told him I don't own one. That he should talk to you. You've done a video or two lately on them.
I did. And I didn't notice that until just now when you pointed it out. Yeah, I just did a video on mine. That was the first press that I got, mostly because of the price. At that point, I think it was $50 or less, and I think they're 70 or 80 now. But that thing works great. I mean, if you're on the move or if you got limited space, it's a little bit fiddly. I mean, you gotta work with it, but it does a heck of a job. Would be real nice if you wanted to take it to the range to work up a load, or if you were traveling and people like that live the van life or something. If you wanted to be able to reload while you were moving like that, that would be the perfect press for it.
Well, heck, there's somebody we ain't seen in a while. Old Bobby.
Hey, there's Bobby, man.
Watching from first class air.
Wow.
Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Hope
Hey,
you're doing
Bobby,
well,
get the stewardess over there. We want to let her know something. Don't turn your back on him. Just kidding, Bobby. Just kidding.
You have to watch him, man. He's got wonky eyes.
She old. It don't matter, Bobby. She's bringing you free drinks.
Well, what he's saying is don't scare her.
Oh,
I'm sure it's too late already.
Yeah, in first class, now you get 2 free drinks with your paid upgrade. Woo!
So, Nicholas Family Adventures, I have 2 of the Lee Loadalls. They work okay. They're a good starter.
Before I started, go ahead, Jamie.
They're not the best crimps in the world, but you can skive them before you reload them, and they'll crimp a little better. I'm still learning the shot shell thing, so it's just really frustrating when you reload 25 shot shells and you've got them all nice and neat in a box, and then you come back 6 weeks later to go shoot them, and yeah. Oh, I see you ate one too. Yeah, and I think that Mech 600 Junior is going to be a little better when it comes to that. Christian's grinning. Do you do shot shell, Christian?
No, sir, I do not. I don't shoot enough shotgun to make it worthwhile. If I did, I might get into loading shot. Just basically do rifle and pistol stuff at the moment, though. But I did get a new shotgun last year. If I start shooting it more, maybe I will start loading shot. But I just never really been much of a shotgun guy, so I just don't think it's cost effective for me to get into that just yet. But we'll see. Things can change, of course. Actually, anybody here reload 44 special by chance? I'm wanting to start loading that this year, hopefully. I got on a 44 Magnum kick last year since I was acquiring all these 44 Magnum firearms, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. But I want to load some 44 Special just for my suppressed Henry for some slower, quieter stuff, and then also probably for that my latest hand cannon, that Performance Center short barreled 629 I got.
You'll love 44 Special. I mean, it's pretty dang accurate.
Yeah, I have a little bit of factory 44 Special. It's a little bit hard to find though. 44 mag seems to be a little bit easier to find. But I'm from here on out, I'm just hand loading my 44 mag because it's so dang expensive. Speaking of which, I need to crank out some more of that. But 44 Special, I need to source some brass for it. So I don't know if Starline makes brass for 44 Special or not. I mean, I got a bunch of their 44 mag brass, but I need to get some of the 44 Special. Any particular powder projectiles you using on that as far as weights or anything?
I cast all mine.
Okay.
I'm just getting into 44 real good, but
I was gonna say if you want bullets, I'm sure we can get you bullets. I don't have any brass I can spare. I'm limited on special brass. I only have a little bit, but bullets
Yeah,
I can make you bullets.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Republic Ammunition can set you up.
Okay. All right. I'll check them out. Yeah. I don't have a lot of brass because I think I had bought a couple of boxes of 44 Special. I mean, most of my ammo has all been 44 mag, but I want to get into 44 Special this year. And actually, I've thought about casting, but I know that's a whole nother road to go down. And I just got to make sure that it's, for me, cost effective to buy all this stuff and start doing it. A lot of my issue is time. So I have to kind of equate, the amount of time it takes to do something, whether it's going to be worth my time to do it or just buy the stuff, as far as components and stuff. But yeah, any suggestions on that Raid 44 Special, definitely let me know.
Well, Christian, let me tell you this. Right now I'm in the process of sorting out a batch between 44 Special, 44 mag, 45 Colt. So I haven't told my boss how much 44 Special we got yet, which means he hasn't turned it back on. So the best deal is give me Tuesday, call Tuesday late afternoon or Wednesday morning, and telling me he wants some.
Okay.
And he'll come back and go, "Hey, got a guy on the phone. Where's that spec? All right there." And he'll tell you how much we got and what he wants for it because it goes.
Gotcha.
As soon as he hits it's available on the website, it's gone.
Well, let me throw that in my reminder then.
Republic Ammunition.
yeah, Tread's got a good point here. Starline, if you go to their website, even the stuff that they don't have in stock, if you'll go ahead and back order it, you'll be surprised how quick they can run off a batch and send it to you.
Okay.
Oh, and casting, get yourself a 420 pot and the mold of what you want to do, and just start there.
Okay.
I mean, just don't try to do from. If you know any mechanics, guys that change tires a lot.
I don't know anybody right here, but I do know some mechanics in other places, not right here where I live now. But
There's your lead. You just got to sort the zinc out from your lead. But
The other
just
thing on
keep it
brass
simple.
too. Sorry, Daniel.
Go
The
ahead.
other thing on brass too is, and it was mentioned up in the side chat, is you can always cut down 44 mag.
yeah, I thought about that, but I hate to I hate to do that, But yeah, I definitely thought about doing that if it came down to it. But I'm gonna I'd rather just try to get some 44 Special brass and hold on to my 44 mag brass. The other thing about my 44 mag brass is I've only been loading those Hornady 225 FTX bullets, and they require a little bit shorter brass trim. So I actually would like to try some different other bullets. I don't have to trim the dang cases to unusually shorter compared to everything else, especially with the couple bags of brand new brass I got, sitting on the bench at the moment.
There's your link, Christian. Bald's on the ball.
All right, hold on here. Aha. Okay. Well, let's see what we got there.
Yeah, and as far as casting and stuff, you get into casting, man. There's plenty of us that'll let you borrow molds, whatever.
Yep. Or we'll send you bullets if you like them. Send you the mold, you can cast them.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I like to be as self-sufficient as I can on stuff like that. But like I said, I wasn't sure how much it cost to get in all the equipment necessary for that. Definitely not what it cost me to get into reloading. But of course, that's been a little at a time over the years.
You could start off with a basic pot, which I think the basic pots are going for about 30, 35 for just a small 10-pound lead pot. And then you just get a dipper and you just pull, scoop the lead out.
So not that much. Maybe I should just buy that stuff just to have something else to do.
You could literally get into it for probably less than 150 with one mold as well and get started.
Okay.
I have thoroughly enjoyed learning how to reload, but beyond that, learning how to cast, that's been the best.
Really?
Okay. When you get to go to the range and you have ammunition that you cast the bullets, powder coated them, and reloaded them yourself, and they shoot, good consistent groups, that's the best reward.
All right.
Yeah. You watch your price per round just slash from here to here. You do a lot more shooting.
Yep.
All right.
Well, Christian, we got it for less than they do. So
okay.
it's not washed and polished, but we got it for less.
Yeah. Okay.
We got it for 50 cents a piece, where they've got it for like 70 cents a piece.
Okay.
So, and we got some powders. We got projectiles.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna buy some 44 special brass this week then.
And we got primers. So
All
you can
right.
just do one hazmat fee and just get all your needs.
Gotcha. Yeah. So when I lived up in Ohio, I used to go to a place called Dawson's Distributor in Massillon for my powder and stuff. I don't know if they're still up there or not, but they were like almost a wholesaler on that stuff. They had a lot for shotgun, fancy like trap guns and stuff like those high-end shotguns, but they had a lot for shotgun reloading and just reloaders in general. So I don't know if any of y'all happen to be around Massillon area, but that was a pretty good place for that stuff back in the day. But here in North Carolina, anything reloading wise, I either got to happen to find it out at a shop or order it online, and that stuff gets pretty pricey. Well, I got
Bama Dad, the only real way to be able to tell zinc from lead is get a pair of diagonal cutters and just cut them. The lead will give real quick and easy, and the zinc you can squeeze on it as hard as you want to, and it'll break before it'll dent.
Yeah, those cutters will just slide off, and you might put a scratch on the zinc. With that lead, you'll just gouge right into it off the bat.
Jamie told me to bite onto it, and if you see your tooth print, then it's lead.
That's
Not
like gold, man. Exactly like gold.
Well, a lot of the times the zinc is marked too, and and also if you everybody got a big old wrench in your garage, right? So take a big wrench and lay it on the table that you're doing inspecting on, and tap it on that. If you get a high pitched ring, it's zinc. If it's got a low thud, it's lead. So if you want to go through and do it like that, you can. That's an alternative.
Another-
You can literally look at it, and most of your zinc, you'll be able to tell right away it's zinc.
Man, I'll tell you,
margins on it.
I've been fooled. I've had to fish a piece of zinc out of my pot.
Yeah, that's not as true as it used to. There's Brody 556. Man, it's been a while since I've seen you, dude. Hope everything's well. Yeah. And another thing I've learned too, nowadays you have so many steel wheel weights. You can take a magnet and kind of fish all those out.
Yeah, I bought one of those Harbor Freight, one of those little tool bowls, little bolt and nut bowls. And I use one of those and just lay it over a baking sheet and just hover over it.
Now, zinc also melts at a higher temperature. So if you've got a very accurate means of measuring your temperature in your pot or your smelting, if you put zinc in, they're going to float up and they won't melt as quick as the lead will. But that's if you do happen to go above temperature, the lead's still going to be melted. The zinc will melt in, and I guess it turns into oatmeal.
You can get that back out of it if you're very careful.
Yeah. Yeah, it flows to the top at the lower temperature, and you can take your fork and spoon and scoop it out of your pot. How would I know?
Same way I'd know.
When you take the old frying pan or that pot and you're doing the massive melt of your wheel weights, get into the blocks, then you go to make bullets later. It's like, man, what is all that milkshake, oatmeal looking stuff in there?
It happens. It happens. Fortunately, knock on wood, I've not had it happen to me so far, but I know it happens.
Go to pour your ingot in a bunch, and you get this oatmeal stuff sticking in your ladle. And they say it melts. Oh my God, it melts at such a higher temperature. You know what? Those little bitty thin tips on those points, those melt a lot faster than that big chunk does.
Well, when you're smelting a whole bunch, and you're doing it out of, what was it, a 55-gallon drum? I think it was what we had. I think it was a big drum. I believe it was a 55-gallon drum that Squatch had, and I was showing them how to do it. And yeah, it's easy at that point because it's all you're taking out handfuls of it, sorting through it the best you can, and just watching for what floats, trying to get all that off. We're going to start going through the room. Mark, what you got?
Well, I guess we'll see. I say I do have those holsters. I got to finish those up, and I'm going to try to put something out. Beyond that, what I get time to reload, what I get time to shoot, just going to be a mixed bag. So, been great to be here. Been wonderful hanging out with y'all tonight. Side chat been moving right along real good. So hope everybody has a great week. Take care.
All right, awesome, man. Appreciate you very much. And
Thanks
the other
for having
Mark, what you got, man?
Well, with the weather the way it's going to be this week, I'm not going to be able to get out and do any shooting, so it'll probably be week after next before I put out another video, but I will be doing the Trigger Pull Thursday thing this week, and got something you and Daniel will be interested in, my CZ Omega, which is sitting right over here. I'll be doing a trigger pull on that. Thanks for the link, Scotsman. It was good to see everybody tonight. Shout out to the side chat, and hope everybody has a good week.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you very much. Christian, what you got, brother?
Not a whole lot. Just working this week, and hoping to crank up the reloader, do some more 44 mag, as I was mentioning a little bit ago. I got some more testing I got to do on that Ruger 308 rifle. I just released another video on that earlier today. and a couple of small projects going on, but nothing too pressing. It looks like I'm gonna try to score me some 44 special brass this week. So, but I appreciate you having me on. Always a great time, and great to see everybody on the panel, and of course the side chat. A lot of good folks out there, and just always enjoy being here.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you, and I appreciate you sharing it as well, man. Gene, what you got?
Well, let's see. I got to do a little work tomorrow. Going to get some other videos made. I am going to make it to the range because even though it's 0 outside, I got an indoor range not far from me, and I ain't shy. Still want to shoot. So I'm going to enjoy myself at the indoor range, take my 308 out, get some more fire form brass for it, start some precision reloading for my 308. And man, hopefully just have a good week. And I wish everybody on the panel and everybody in the side chat an excellent week. Stay warm out there. Stay safe.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Daniel, what you got?
Well, hey, thanks for having me on here tonight. I'm just getting things ready for better weather. Loading up a whole bunch of 9mm, a lot of 308. When the weather turns, I'm planning on doing road trips and getting at least a one match every month, and just putting all the stuff that I've been learning from all you guys the last few years and just putting it out there into practice and just out there and enjoying life. For everybody that's going to be in the single digits and negative, here's your project while it's at that temperature. Boil some water, get a milk jug, get a funnel, pour the boiling water in the milk jug, take it outside and shoot that sucker and watch what happens. Instant big white poof about 30 square yards. It's almost as good as tannerite. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely, man. Awesome. Yep. It's a fun one to do for sure. Hillbilly, what you got, man?
Oh man, a lot of stuff coming up. We got Guns, Beer, and Therapy every Saturday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, and got videos coming out. I did the compact dagger video just not too long ago, and I didn't like the way it fit my hand. It just felt a little short on my hand. So got the S frame, which is a larger frame from Dagger or from PSA, and it takes the same slide. And so I'll be doing some videos on that, comparing to both of them and everything. And so anyway, that's just one of the things we got coming up. Man, just, man, guys, stay warm out there, man. Check on your neighbors and elderly people. Pets outside, man, they don't need to be outside in these really bad weathers. So, just, stay safe and make somebody's day better, So anyway, thank you so much for having me tonight, Scotsman. And I just appreciate you and the panel and the side chat. It's always a blast to be on here. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you sharing it as well.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone up in the side chat. You guys rock. You've been rocking and rolling all night. Appreciate you very much. And this week I should have at least one video, maybe two. I got a customer service video coming out, and pretty impressed with that. So you guys will see that at least, and then potentially one other one as well. So we'll try and get those done. But appreciate everyone out there. And Jamie, take us out right, brother.
So I'm taking Alan's place tonight. I'm going to be doing a 30-part episode, a series of videos on the effect of wind chill on rifle ammunition. And no, it's probably not going to happen. But you can do this. Remember to keep your magazines loaded and one in the chamber